we're going half guard. So typically, if he's putting a little weight into me, I want to make sure that I have my frames in half guard. So my right leg is hooking his right leg, and then I'm locking it right behind. So I want to get a knee shield here because I feel a little bit more comfortable. So when we go for our knee shield, we're going to go low. You could snake out a little bit. We're going to bring our knee low, and then we're going to flare it open like this, and then create that nice structure. And I want to control his wrist like this. So now we're going to go for just standard Kimura. So I have my elbow to knee. I'm going to kick out, and that's going to help me sit up. So I have my armpit to go to his shoulder. So we have our knee shield. I kick out, and I'm kind of on my elbow. I'm going to overhook, and then as I fall, I'm going to lock my hands together like this. Here. I want to trap his foot. This is fine, but I like to trap it with my left foot like that. Then I can start to scoot and face his head. So I'm going to go like shoulders and hips, shoulders and hips. So I'm facing this direction. Now, the important part is don't use your thumbs, right? Because if he's resisting, he can damage my wrist. It's more powerful to push like this. And I'm going to clamp here onto his tricep like this. Now I can start pushing his wrist in an arcing motion towards his head. Here. Until he taps, right? So I start in half guard, right? I want to make sure that when I'm in half, I have a nice frame, right? I don't want to be like this where he's just sliding me out. This is going to be really bad for me, right? So I want to be on my side, and I have nice frames. Typically, I'll have like a grip here, controlling the bicep. I'll be framing on his shoulder, on his wrist. I just want to have a nice structure. Then I can snake out a little bit, bring my knee on the inside, and then flare open. Once I flare, I create a little bit of space. I'm going to grab his wrist. I kick out, and I come up, overhook the arm. And I have a short arm, so I won't be able to grab it right away. So I usually fall back so I can grip, and then I trap my left foot over his right. Now I go hips and shoulders until I can face Jose. I keep this clamp down, and then I go right to the shoulder. So this is a Kimura, it's a shoulder lock from half guard. So you could keep this leg here. That's perfectly fine. And same thing. Rotating and then going. Okay. So that's the first one. Very simple. And then we'll progress through there with our Kimura trap. All right, any questions? All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we start half guard, right? We're gonna bring in our knee shield, right? I extend out, I come over the top, and I get my grip. But let's say that he automatically has a belt grip like this. I can no longer just start to scoot, because I have no braking power here, right? I won't be able to break his grip. So we're gonna do a nice and easy grip break. So I'm just gonna make sure that I can wedge my left knee onto his right hip bone. So I do a small snake move out, I bring my knee and I wedge it in. Right, so if you posture up a little bit, so right here, that's where I want my knee to be. So I can't use my arms to pull because it's like grip with hands. If I use my arms, it's not gonna work. So I'm gonna keep my core tight. I can cross my feet if I have long enough feet, but I'm gonna bridge and I'm gonna break his grip that way. So I'm gonna bridge like this, using my whole hip to break. Then I can kick out and then start to finish my same Kimura trap. So, in, here. I kick out, here. Automatically he has that grip, right? He's being safe with his arm. So I wanna snake out a little bit, bring my shin on the inside, and I'm gonna open up my hips. So I wanna keep the arm close to my body, and I'm bridging my hips like this to open up, right? Even if they have long grips, long arms, it's fine. I can just open up my hips to break like this. Then I can kick out, and then I start to snake, turn, and then I finish. Again, he's defending, right? If he's loaded like this, you're gonna have to snake out a little bit to bring your knee on the inside, and then use your hips to break. It does make sense to try and finish it from here. I can't get the torque, right? He's gonna, if I try to finish here, he's gonna grab, either straighten his arm or he'll grab his belt again. So I have to use my hips to break, and then turn the corner, and then finish. Okay, so same thing, just do the grip break on that, okay? 1, 2, 3. So I have my knee shield. I'm going for my Kimura trap, right? So I kick out. He grabs the belt, but on this particular situation, I'm just not able to break his grip, right? Which is fine, right? So I bring my shin in. I just can't break it. Jose's just way too strong. All straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snake out a little bit, and I want to put my butterfly hook in, right? So if you need to, you can create space and then put your butterfly hook in. Typically, I'll just scream my leg in like this, and then I'm going to scoot in and go to my back. So he's semi-loaded. Because I can't do it from here, my body's facing to my right, so I'd be kicking this direction. I want to go to my back like this, so the shoulder is dropping. I drop my right foot, and then I'm going to lift him over his left shoulder. So he's going to do a forward roll over his left shoulder. As I lift, I turn, so I can go to like my T-Kimura, or I could scissor my legs and then start coming up to top position. And then I can go for my standard break and then finish on top. So it's just a butterfly hook sweep when I have that commercial. So knee shield, I kick and I go. He's gripping. He can't break. Right? I'm gonna put my butterfly hook in. I scoot to my back. You can even go closer towards his leg. And that's better leverage for you. Right? My right foot comes out. I'm gonna lift. Take him over. I can scissor and come up, or you can start to go to like your T-Kimura and then start your attack from here, or go to crucifix or whatever you like. Break, scoot, up, and then I can come up and then go from up. So my foot is like this. I'm going to bring my heel to my butt and then put my hook in. If I need to, I can sneak out and then put it in. But I like to just scream in. I scoot. Foot comes down. I lift. And then I start coming up. Cover his head. And then, okay. Any questions? Alright, make sure that whatever arm is being trapped, you look the other direction and you roll over that shoulder. Don't try to spot it if you've never done this before. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Last one. I don't know, this is the one I typically will do in training more than the other one. Right? So we're here and I can't break his grip, right? And I feel like my hips are too far away, right? Just don't want to put my butterfly hook in. So I'm gonna bait him to pass. I want him to get his right leg free. So I just drop my leg and then he starts passing right there. Yeah, and you can stay on your knees. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extend my arms like this. And if I do slow motion, I'm basically just walking away from him, going to my back, turning. And then once I get here, I pull him in. And I'm in this Kimura chop position. I can put my hook over and probably go for my arm bar. I can hook here, go for a choke. I have a lot of options from there. I'll do it a little faster because it doesn't work in training when you go slow. So, kick out here, right? I bait that. As soon as he goes, I go like this. And I pull, right? It doesn't matter if you feel like your positioning's off. You can just put your bottom hook in and then start to attack your partner. What's really important is that his elbow needs to stay away from his body, right? I need his elbow to be like this. So I'm straightening my arms like this. If his elbow is tight to his body, see how close my elbow is to his body, which means I don't have the length to move. So I want to punch like this. So then when I bait him to pass, I have to extend my arms. And I'm using just my arms and pendulum my legs. Here, I go to my back, and I go here. If you can't pull your partner over, just come up. You should be able to just put your knee here, wedge your partner over, and then start to attack. And you can finish with a cross choke. So we'll go again. I pull. I'm doing all in my arms, and I just pendulum my legs through. If you need to go slow at the beginning, that's fine. I let him go, right? And I have to look up. So my back is gonna go flat, and then my head goes towards his legs like this. And then I turn. Then one from here, nudge, and I pull my partner over. I put my bottom hook in, and then I can start to attack from here. Okay. Questions? Yes.
So it happened to me before that I was going for that, and it was a bigger guy that kind of, as I was baiting the pass, like just lay flat on me.
Sure. So you're gonna have to be on your side. So if I bait the pass and he starts going, I have to be on my side if they're bigger, right? Then I can start using my knee to create a base, and then I can swing out and go.
Okay.
So if I go to my side, come up, now I can just swing, legs come in, and I turn. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, all right, 1, 2, 3.